Well, in the 1930s, there was a bank robber named Willie Sutton. And when they captured him, a reporter asked him why he robbed banks, and he just laughed and said, "It's where the money is." So when Adam and Ashley Reeker asked me to create this video about why social media, that was my initial response. It's where the people are. My name is Val Campbell. And what I do know is that when you actually analyze this subject a little deeper, you realize that there are a lot of critical and unique ways in which social media can allow us, either the most experienced person or the newest person, the use of time and space in ways we never could before. Because you see, before we had this technology of social media, we used to have to go travel and physically get face-to-face with people and have a dialogue one-on-one and try and convince them that they should be involved in what we're looking at. This completely changed when social media came along. Now, there's 3 or 4 aspects to this that I want to share with you here, but one of the critical things is that we know that social media is a place where people search for things, and when they find them, they share them with their friends and other people online. And whereas they might have maybe a couple hundred people that they know physically in real life experience, it's not unusual at all for people on social media to have 1,000, 1,500. And in other parts of the world, I can guarantee you that just about every 15-year-old girl in Asia has 4,000 or 5,000, friends on Facebook. So this allows you, in your ability to influence other people and to spread your message, tremendous magnification. So let's look at something else that's so critical about social media. We know that if you're dialoguing with somebody one-on-one, you have to be pretty smooth talker. It takes a lot to learn how to do that. But on social media, if somebody asks you a question, you can just put your phone down and think for a minute about what the response needs to be. You can't do that in a conversation face-to-face with people. If they ask you a question and you get tongue-tied and you're standing there going, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, 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 that conversation's over, right? But in social media, if you're on Messenger or WhatsApp or some kind of a communication tool, you just set that phone down for a minute because it's normal to have gaps in the conversation. The other thing then means you can have conversations with 3 or 4 people at a time. They don't know. They don't know that you're talking to someone in Southeast Asia and Africa and Germany and, oh, by the way, just down the block in your hometown. You can manage your time and leverage that. You can multiply it. I don't know any other way that you can literally multiply your time the way you can with social media. Plus, you can lay it over the top of other things you're doing. Now, I don't suggest that you have 4 or 5 conversations with people while you're driving to work. I don't suggest that you do that while you're sitting at the dinner table with your loved ones. But I don't see any reason why you can't have conversations with 2 or 3 people going on at the same time while you're sitting and watching a football game. I do it all the time. It doesn't require my undivided concentration. And, when something happens and I really want to pay attention, I just set my device down for a minute and go, oh, that was a really cool play. And then I pick it up and I respond. I don't see any reason why I can't be working in and out of these conversations while I'm scrubbing a toilet or cooking dinner. Probably not at the same time, okay? But you get my point. You can overlay and multitask in ways that you never could before. This is key. Now, let's talk about this searching idea, because this is critical also. By using social media and creating content that you can place out there and structure in a way that you are attracting the search engines, people that are actually seeking what you have, products and opportunity, they can find you. Now you're having a dialogue with people from all over the world who actually are seeking and desiring what you are offering. This changes the whole game. This is not your old, network marketing deal where you're running around town trying to beat people up, or where you're trying to trick your friends into coming over for a barbecue so that they see a business opportunity meeting. That's not what we do. We create relationships. We meet needs because people are looking. Now let's talk about the market. there are, in the next 10 years, going to be about 7+ billion people, 7 to 8 billion people on social media. And one of the things that we know about people that are on social media, they tend to have high-speed internet access, they tend to have higher income levels, and they apply more of their discretionary spending to health and wellness products. That's the industry we're in. So you're playing right into the hottest demographic in a global expansion that's going to increase by 4 billion people in the next 10 years. Don't you want a chunk of that? Don't you want the easiest way to do that? That's why we at 3LE Global have created this awesome system and these tools and these apps and platforms and coaching and mentoring, so that the newest person can come and get plugged in and get access to the best the world has to offer in the use of this technology. This is what we do. We've spent years developing our expertise in this area. We want to give it to you absolutely as fast as possible so that you can grow as quickly as possible and create the most sustainable income. Because that's how all of us make more money, is by growing the market faster and have it be more sustainable. We want the newest person to be the most successful. This idea of sustaining income becomes critical, and social media is a key to that, because it's possible to go out there and create income. A lot of people can learn to do that. The problem is that without a system that creates this kind of leverage, it's really hard to sustain that income. And I don't want to have to go out there and create it over and over and over and over and over again for the rest of my life. I want to work hard. I want to spend a few years multitasking, overlaying my productivity over the rest of my life as appropriate. And then I want to be able to move on, to travel, to enjoy the fruits of what I've created, and have the security to know that there's a team and a system and a process there to support and sustain what I've created. That's why all of this is so critical, and it's why social media is so critical, and it's why if you're on 3LE Global, you are in the right place at the right time with the right team in the right market with the right company to make your dreams come true. My name is Val Campbell. I really hope I get to know you better.